Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a reading now on the Pentacles and the hollow words that they have offered the world in the last day or so. The mad world that we find ourselves in, whether it's in Afghanistan or Haiti or with the global situation that I'm not allowed to really mention here on YouTube. But the Pentacles have taken it upon themselves to come out, and you see the devil has shot out in my final bit of shuffling. The Pentacles have taken it upon themselves to offer their pearls of wisdom to us. Prince Harry, using the Invictus Games platform and his position as a veteran of the war in Afghanistan. Meghan Markle as nothing in particular, offering her word salad on the Archewell website. The Archewell website, which is a fake charitable foundation, in my opinion, only tarot reading, entertainment purposes, fake website used for dubious financial purposes. Again, my opinion only. I'm a little bit annoyed tonight. I'm not going to annoy you all even more with reading out the statements that the two of them put out, but I'm just going to look at the energy around the statements, why they felt they needed to intrude on the world stage at such a moment, what possessed them, and how their intrusion will be received, what people will think about them and their statements. If you want a good rant, go and watch Bookworm 2 on YouTube. She does a sterling job of exposing their hypocrisy. I'm just going to do a tarot reading and see what the tarot has to say, and out comes the underlying energies, the Queen of Pentacles, and of course that is wanting to be seen as being caring, nurturing, compassionate, generous, all of those lovely things that the Queen of Pentacles represents. So the Pentacles are doing this really for their own PR reasons. Don't need the tarot to tell us that. But let's look and see anyway. What is the energy around this situation? Oh, we get the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse. That's the Meghan Markle card, of course, the Leo woman. And it's the very keen on self-promotion card when it's in the reverse. Self-promotion is not going well. She's feeling left out in the cold. She's feeling neglected. She hasn't got enough power and glory. She wasn't invited to a certain 60th birthday party. Nothing's going well. She's being rebuffed left and right. I've done a reading on Netflix, which I'll post later. Yeah, she wants the PR. She wants the power and the glory. She's feeling left out in the cold. And this is all for her own self-aggrandizement. Harry's not showing up here. Meghan Markle certainly is. She's angry. She is wanting some attention. This is an attention-seeking card. The drama queen. And look at me, I know how to solve all these problems. Well, I don't have anything useful to say, but I'm still going to speak about it. And what is the challenge? The challenge is the High Priestess in reverse, really very simply not knowing when to shut up. The High Priestess is the secrets card. It's the silence card. In the reverse, as I think the Daily Mail said, something about left us all speechless. They were speechless. The Pentacles are speechless. We all wish that they were speechless. We wish they would just shut up. She in particular, please, you have nothing useful to say. You are completely disconnected from your higher self, your intuition, any higher wisdom, anything useful. Shut up. So, very clear energy here. The cards are telling me exactly what I'm feeling, and I'm sure you are all feeling too. Anyway, let's carry on. Hidden energy here. What's this, the underlying rationale motivation for doing this? What don't we see? What don't we know? They're trying to restart their themselves on the global stage. And the Fool here got his nose in the air, full of self-righteousness, weird energy coming off this card, not the usual energy that comes off this card for me, but with that nose in the air, and off I go. We're in my sense of how high and mighty I am, and how right I am, and how clever I am, and smart. I don't see the pitfalls ahead. I don't see the cliff I'm about to step off. I'm so convinced of my own superiority to all the rest of you. I have never got that energy off this card, but this is literally what is screaming off this card now. I cannot unsee that haughty expression on the Fool's face, but yet what a fool he is, what fools they are, and they are taking us all for fools too by presenting this image of themselves as being so caring and compassionate and generous. Not one penny have they offered to any of those charities that they recommended we give to. Not one penny, not one actual concrete gesture or step taken, but smug as smug can be. So what is their goal with the stuff that they have put out in the past few days? My goodness, 9 of Swords in the reverse. They have been very, very stressed recently, very anxious, very aware that none of their plans and schemes have worked out. They are being made a mockery of on the world stage, and they are trying their best to reverse this. They're trying to overcome their stress, their worry, their sleepless nights thinking we haven't achieved what we set out to achieve. We weren't invited to the birthday party. Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, has slapped me down when I suggested that she was desperate to be in a Netflix docu with me, so on and so on. Desperately trying to turn the situation around and salvage something from the wreckage here with the 9 of Swords in reverse. Not happy at all, very worried about their profile, very worried about their PR, very worried about everything going wrong. And what has been going on in the recent past with them, the Emperor in reverse, not invited to the Emperor's birthday party, feeling out of control, feeling as if their plans and schemes aren't coming off. The Emperor is, of course, about planning, organizing, setting wheels in motion, campaigns, all of those things, leadership, not being in a position of leadership with the Emperor in reverse, not taking that leadership role that at least one of them, but I think both of them, felt was certainly hers, certainly theirs. One was going to be president and one was going to be king of California, and it hasn't worked out. And of course the Emperor is also the card of ego, and in the reverse it's rampant ego, uncontrolled ego, thwarted ego. And here it is, Major Arcana. Things haven't gone their way at all. And very publicly, it's been very high profile, fall from grace for them, which they have found very worrying. And they are so arrogant and so up their own, you know what, that they think that the world is going to stop in astonishment and weep for joy when Harry and Meghan come out with these ridiculous pronouncements. So what is going to be happening in the near future with regard to these ridiculous pronouncements? Abject failure, 6 of Wands in the reverse, humiliation, absolute humiliation for them. They're not going to receive the acclaim that they feel is their due. People are going to mock them, jeer at them, throw rotten eggs and tomatoes at them. They are going to be knocked right off that high horse. Here they are, arrogant, smug, and their downfall is coming, at least in this regard, that they are not world players. Their comments in desperately tragic situations like are going on in the world right now are not welcome, are not needed, and are not respected at all. I'm very glad to see these cards. Very, very glad to see them. So, what possessed Prince Harry to do this? Personally, strength in reverse. He is feeling very weak at the moment in his life, in his role. This Emperor role, Emperor in reverse, hasn't played out as he thought it would. He is not leading. He is not leading the hordes of woke people rising to new heights and taking over the world and remaking the world in their own pathetic image. He is pathetic, and it is actually beginning to dawn on him that he is pathetic. I'm sorry this card is cut off, but I haven't quite figured out camera angles today. He feels pathetic, he feels weak, he feels that they are weak, because this, of course, the Strengths card is the Harry and Meghan card, the Virgo and Leo card, and he feels that they, as a power couple, have not achieved the success and the status and the adulation that they should have achieved by now. So it's coming from a position of weakness, trying to reclaim some of that status that he had as a member of the military, that he had when he represented the Royal Marines, stood in his grandfather's footsteps, those illustrious shoes, and let them all down so terribly, and was stripped of all his honours and titles in the military. He's feeling very weak. He's really feeling pathetic. There's the beta male being wrestled to the ground by this woman, and that's why Prince Harry was compelled to put his statement out, swiftly, of course, followed by Meghan's word salad on the Archewell website. Why did she do that? Knight of Cups in reverse. She is feeling unhappy. She's feeling rejected. She's feeling that people don't love her. She is feeling that she needs to be adored and worshipped, and she is not being adored and worshipped. And so she's acting out of a desire to manipulate people's emotions, to say, look at me, I need attention, I need emotional, I need to be fed. What do they call it with narcissists? I can't say that word right now. Fuel. They need their fuel, and she hasn't been getting any fuel. The Queen of Wands is the narcissist card, of course. In the reverse, they're angry, being ignored, being rejected, people not paying her enough attention. Here she is, playing the pity card, trying to pull on people's heartstrings so that they will give her attention, give her notice, give her the emotional fuel that she needs, as allegedly a narcissist tarot reading, my opinion, only for entertainment purposes. Of course, this is not an entertaining situation at all, but the Harkles seem to feel the need to step onto the stage and entertain us. So their hopes and fears in doing this. Seven of Cups is, of course, they're trying to keep their options open. They're trying to keep the illusion going. It's the card of illusion, being, of course, self-delusion also. They are trying to maintain that status, that aura of mystery and power and intrigue and influence that we all know they don't have anymore. But they themselves are trying to convince themselves that they're still important, they still have a role to play. Look, they've got those 7 cups, all of those, they could pick any one of those and be important, and we'd all notice and we'd all bow down in front of them. They're trying desperately to stay relevant. And the outcome, how is this going to be received by the world? And close your eyes, block your ears. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Nobody's going to be fooled by it. Nobody is going to buy it for 1 second. The Knight of Pentacles in the upright is a solid, steady fellow. He's put in his hard yards. He's trained for the marathon. He comes with a pentacle. You can trust that pentacle. You can rely on that pentacle. You can count on it. Absolutely. He's an honourable person. He's the knight of all knights that you want to turn up when you're in trouble. And in the reverse, it's absolutely unreliable. People see right through it. They know that the knight is bringing false coin to the situation. You can't count on this person. This person has done nothing to deserve this position, this status, this ride on this horse. They see right through it. Nobody is convinced for 1 second, and it's not going to get them anywhere. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, ground to a halt. This is not going to take them further wherever they wish to go. They wish to go on that horse to glory. Not happening in the near future. Ignominy, in fact. And people see through it. Nobody's going to trust them. Nobody's going to buy what they're selling. Nobody is going to fall for it. And I'm very happy to see that. Short reading, short and sour. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one.